over with you guys or with us. I'm acting like, oh, just you guys, because, like, Sean tells me everything. I don't fucking know. But listen, I'm sure it is very difficult to feel like you lost someone and you just knew that you would have more time and that maybe you should have treated the relationship a little bit differently. So I think beyond anything else and how we feel about him marrying her, not marrying her, marrying Cassie and not marrying Cassie, whatever. I think it's very easy for people to sit on the sidelines, especially when it comes to love, and be judgmental, if you will, in that way. So, anywho, who do you guys want to talk about first? The NAACP Awards, the GLADs, or you want to talk about Jussie? Because we're going to get to Jussie. Okay. Let's talk about Jays and Beyonce. So Jays and B's, they've been cropping up, accepting all of their accolades, getting all of their roses this week, right? So Jay-Z and Beyonce popped up at the GLAAD Awards this week. I believe that was held in Los Angeles. And they received an award. And I'm not even going to lie to you like I know what the fucking award is for, because I don't. But what I do know is Jay-Z dedicated the award to his mom and his grandmother. And Beyonce dedicated the award to her uncle who passed away from HIV. And she talked about his struggles with that, and she got a little emotional. And, it was just really nice to see them out and about and what have you. We always love our fair share of J's and B's being out. So then, oh my God, last night, Black Hollywood came out dressed in their Sunday's best for on a Saturday night for the annual NAACP Awards. Can we just talk about Marsai Martin for 1 minute? Why is she so cute? She's beautiful. And she just looked amazing. I thought she looked amazing on the red carpet of the NAACP Image Awards. I thought that, you know what I like? I'm going to tell y'all the God honest truth. You know what I like? Yes, Beyonce and Jay-Z showed up to awards, but you know what? I really like that they showed up to the NAACP Awards, and here's why. Now, I know that Jay-Z got the President's Award and Beyonce got Entertainer of the Year, but let's be honest, many of award shows have given Jay-Z and Beyonce things, and they have been too busy to collect, whether it's because they had scheduled color and book time with Blue, or because they had to perform, or because Beyonce was choosing new strands of live people's hair to make a wig for her. So I don't know, but there's been times where they have not accepted awards and they have not showed up to certain award shows. I love that they showed up to the NAACP Awards. I think that a lot of Black entertainers rely too heavily on the white acknowledgement and white award shows, and they show up to those things and they make them hot, and then they end up just giving it to like the top 40 girls or the top 10 girls or the top 5 girls even. So, which happens to be Jay-Z and Beyonce anyway. But, I just like that they showed up to our award show. They showed up to GLAAD. They showed up to NAACP. And they showed up to these award shows where people are oftentimes, GLAAD, you're outside of logo. It's not like you're going to see the GLAAD Awards on ABC or major network television. It's not like you're going to see the NAACP Awards on anything outside of Fox or the WB or UPN. You're not, or BET. That's it. So for them to show up to these award shows that celebrate marginalized people intersectionally, whatever, however you want to call it, for them to show up to those award shows, I think it means a lot. I think that these are the arbiters of cool. Whether or not you want to, I don't care if Jay-Z is making mumble rap or trap rap or whatever. Jay-Z will always be the arbiter of cool because he does what the fuck he wants. People like Rihanna and Beyonce will always be the arbiters of cool, not because they're just fun at setting trends, but because you know what? They do what the fuck they want to do. Okay? And there's nothing hotter than that. Don't be down with everybody. Let them all be down with you. So, shout out to them. Beyonce was wearing a fabulous, I think, was that Balenciaga or Balmain? That white ensemble that she had on. I think it was Balenciaga. Or was it Balmain? I'm not sure, but it was amazing. Amazing. It was a one-shoulder, white, high-slit, skirted ensemble. And she had the hat. And Jay-Z was wearing, I believe, a Virgil Abloh for Louis Vuitton tuxedo. June always does the best job with Jay, making sure that he looks good. I know that June is not his only stylist, but June is the one that I know. Anywho, last but certainly not least, okay? Okay. So, remember a couple of weeks ago when we talked about brother Jussie Smollet and how we was just going to keep praying for him, and I was like, wouldn't it be a gag, y'all, if he didn't do anything? Now, listen. I don't have no dog or pony in this motherfucking race. You hear me? I have no pony in this race. Meaning, I don't care if if Jussie is innocent or guilty. What I do care about is that a man had gone through a terrible ordeal, true or not, because the ordeal at this point is just that, it's an ordeal. So it's, I was wanting a vindication in the form of resolution for this shit with Jussie. So it was announced this week that Jussie Smollett was cleared. 16 charges against him were dropped. And that he would basically have his record expunged. And that he would forfeit his, $100,000 bail, which he was fine with. I think the thing that really just gobsmacked me about what happened with Jussie was not that he was, and I don't want to say vindicated, because I know that some of you girls think that the whole idea of him being vindicated, meaning him not having to pay for alleged crimes that he did or did not commit, that means that he's been cleared. Okay? I think what it means is that there was insufficient evidence on the part of the prosecution to file and go further with these 16 charges against Jussie. That's what it basically means, is that the prosecution did not feel that their case and or evidence was strong enough to pursue these 16 charges. Doesn't mean that he didn't do it. Doesn't mean that he did do it. It just means that we're bowing out. We're bowing the fuck out. Chicago DAs bowed out. Now, mind you, the person who is the head prosecutor, she recused herself from the case because she had spoken to the family prior to the charges about the case. So she recused herself from the case. So this was somebody else who decided that the 16 charges just weren't going to fly. Now, Mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, decided to get his motherfucking ass up on Good the Fuck Goddamn Morning America, okay, with George Stephanopoulos and Michael Strahan. Yes, he did. Rahm Emanuel got his motherfucking bug-eyed ass the fuck up on Good Morning America to talk about how he was just so disappointed and disgusted about Jussie's 16 charges being dropped. Now, I'm going to say what we've all said this week. Where is this same audacity? Where is this anger when there are hundreds of black people being killed in the city of Chicago every day? Where is it, Rom? Where is it? I don't see it. Do you? Oh, okay. Great. Awesome. So Rahm Emanuel doesn't have the same energy for black people being murdered in his city. Rahm Emanuel said on Good Morning America that this would be likened to him burning a swastika on his front lawn and blaming someone because he's Jewish, and then blaming someone for doing that to him and inciting this kind of riot-like, I suppose, behavior towards people regarding the situation. I don't think it's the same thing, Mr. Emanuel, but here's what I do have to say to you. I find it really odd that you and the chief of police of Chicago feel so passionately about this celebrity-driven case that has its roots in racism and homophobia and what have you. And you guys, tons of transgender kids, tons of LGBTQI kids, the alphabet boys, they still out there getting fucked up in Chicago. So I know it's not because you going up for the gays and you just so disheartened because the gays shouldn't, this could be somebody's real life, so you mad. And I know it's not for the blacks because, well, you don't give a fuck about the blacks in Chicago. So what is this all about? Why are you so mad about Jussie? I don't understand. Like, why is he so mad about Jussie? But at any rate, I mean, maybe you guys know and I don't know. Here's some other news for you. The two Nigerian brothers who were cooperating with the police, they apparently, their lawyer quit because the brothers refused to stand by the claim that the act that they committed with Jussie was staged. So basically, the brothers they refuse to basically tell their lawyer that, yes, this shit was staged. They don't want to do that. So, listen, this Jussie shit, I find it very ironic that during the week of Robert Mueller and the Robert Mueller report coming out about possible collusion with our president and ties to Russia. Now, the report was released, however, it has not been released to the Democrats in full and to the public, whatever. Here's what I do know. Lengthy report basically does not admonish the president of having any ties with Russia. It basically is just saying that in the immediacy, there is no real show of collusion on the part of the president and Russia. Now, until everyone sees this, obviously, now here's the thing you guys got to know about the collusion case with your president. The case has been broken up so that it was such a big, the findings and the digging into, it came with so many people being charged and so many underhanded things that the case was actually split into different districts. So obviously, the FBI has it. The Southern District of New York also has it. I want to say District of Columbia. I want to say one more city. So it's been broken up, because although Mueller's findings are such, that does not mean that these other jurisdictions that are looking into the case have not found anything. What I'm saying is, I think that it is very ironic that on the same week that report is released, you have Jussie's case coming out. You have the president saying that he wants to basically have the FBI dig into the Jussie Smollet case, and Rahm Emanuel is now going back because no one wants to seem like they're siding with Trump. So now that Trump is like, oh yeah, I'm with Rahm Emanuel. I want to know more. Now Rahm Emanuel, all of a sudden, it's like, oh well, wait a minute now. I don't want Trump on my side because then it's gonna make me seem like an awful goddamn pig, like I'm some sort of racist. And this is not about racism, but this is all about racism. So, whatever. I think it's also ironic that as you see the president of the United States seemingly becoming the new Teflon Don and just able to escape any idea of crime and accountability.